Welcome back to another episode of the UBC Educational Podcast. I have no one other than the man himself, Mr. Knowledge, and we going to talk about, even though you see all these colors, I call it the Black Book because this book right here has nothing but treasure inside of it, all right? So we got Mr. Knowledge here, and Knowledge, I would like for you to tell me what's inside of the Black Book.
No, the book contains everything from start to finish and maintaining a club, from the formulation to the elected appointed positions and their job descriptions. It also has in it the history of the 1% clubs, or how motorcycling really got started as far as the club. It has also a structure of how to set up 501(c)(3)s, depending on which avenue you want to go with. It gives you step-by-step instructions on it, and it's very detailed information on your road captains. Your road captains are a very important part of a motorcycle club because most MCs spend a lot of their time on the road. And on the road captain is the general. It's good to be the president, but on the road, your life is in the hands of the road captain. And there's nothing more important than your life. Right. So you have to have a well-trained and a professional road captain. So this really has a lot of emphasis on the road captain. The road captain section is one of the thickest ones in here. We start off, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it says Road Captain 101. And it goes from that, from what his job is, description, it's just pages, as you can see. All this is road captain stuff, riding cross country, anything you can name is in here. It has it's a plethora of information in these books. I think each chapter should own or possess one of these books. Correct. And we'd like for everybody to get one, like one per chapter. If you need to, you can make copies for your members.
So I got a question. How much one of these books cost?
Well, they would go through the UBC. They would charge from, if you got multiple chapters, they'd be $75. If it's just one chapter, it'd be $100.
Okay. And one thing I do like about this book, it just don't tell you about how to run your club and everything, but it tell you how to be a business at the same time, because you got 501(c), 501(c)(4), 7, like all this stuff in here. So this is a whole, like you said, it's a whole bunch of educational stuff in here that's important to a bike set to have. So if you're an up-and-coming bike club, I would think this would be the first thing you need to run to have.
Yes, even some of the more experienced clubs, some of the stuff in here we may have just overlooked, never known, or just never paid attention to it. But it's everything in here. As we look at the table of contents, it goes from the history of the UBC, which is started in 2011. It gives a structure of an MC club, club organization and officers, protocol and respect, the wearing of the back patch and its meanings. It gives you the job description for a secretary/recorder and a treasurer, the road captain. It gives you a guideline or a basis for a prospect. It gives you things on tips on making cross-country rides. Even this one that's specifically geared to a female riding cross-country with certain points that would be directly for female riders only. It gives tips for motorcycle passengers, the biker patch meanings that people wear on their rags. Some of the meanings and a lot of stuff we wear, we really don't even know what it really means.
And and that's one thing I want to give you your flowers on, because the little that I do know when it comes down to the patches, you taught me. Because, like you say, people just go out here, they go to the flea market, they go to these bike events, and they get these patches because they like, oh, that patch look cool, not knowing what the hell they putting on their vest or their back, especially their back, because the back patch belongs to the club. Is that not correct?
Correct. The back of your vest belongs to your club. That's not yours. Only thing that should be on the back of your vest is what your club authorizes. If you're a local single chapter, what that authorizes. If you're a national club, what your nation allows. The front is where you put all your different patches that may you've earned, or different rides, or different places you visit, memorial patches. It's a plethora of things that you can put on the front of your vest.
Well, what made this book be birthed?
Well, actually, it started with my right hand woe man, which is Grasshopper. She's not active anymore on the bike set, but she still is my number one supporter. She helps me out with everything I need. She actually dug these up out of her garage. They had been dormant for 5-6 years since we did the last phone call. I don't remember when it was. She actually put all this together. We had a committee, and she headed it. She put it together, put the binders together, made the copies. She did all of this. She used to be my organizer to do the conferences that we did at different hotels every year in January. It's called a BFR, which stood for the Bikers Family Reunion. It was done every year in January, and this particular book was January 24th through the 26th in 2014. This one was held in Jacksonville. At the time, we rotated from Jacksonville to Orlando to Pensacola. We rotated between those three places.
And I know some people, right? Because people always got a problem with something, right? They're going to be like, well, why is that book $100 or why is it $75? But at the end of the day, you can make 1 million copies of these papers if you want to.
Correct.
So it's like you can look at all these books and be like, oh, that's 100, 200, 300, 400. But in actuality, that's only $100 because you can make as many copies as you want. And it's like I say, give it to your road captain. He need to have this. And give it to your members so they can understand what they're joining and what they're doing. So, like I say, I call it the Black Book, man, because it's a lot of good information inside of this book right here.
Yeah. Also, which will be a concern about why this and why that. There's no research you have to do. Everything is right here. It's already done. It's printed. It's structured. It's put together. It's in a binder. And like you say, if you want to make 50 copies, you can.
So I got a great question. Because we don't, to me it's a great question, but we don't know what time go bring. Could anything in here change?
No. This is like the Bible of biking. We didn't create none of this. All of this stuff is there for you to go out and get yourself. If you want to do the research and the legwork, you can do it. It's all free. If you just want to know something, you go out on the internet, you could go and do your research, and you can get with experienced bikers who've lived this life, and you can find all this material yourself. So it's not something that you're paying for some ancient Chinese secret.
Correct.
This is public information. It's everywhere. So this is the convenience that we put together, put it in one packet, and that's what you're paying for. You're not paying for the information because it's free. The information is free. Let's not get that mistaken. You're not paying for that. But there's nothing in here that knowledge created. Not one letter in here is something I created. Mm-hmm. It's been in existence before me, and it's be here after me and you both.
Correct.
So it's a convenience. That's all. It's all that Grasshopper.
And a lot of people love paying for convenience.
And
we love convenience.
Yes.
Yeah. So, say a person want to get this book. How can they get this book?
They can reach out to you or the UBC, and it'll be distributed through the UBC. Mm-hmm. It's not distributed through me. I just have them. They're a part of this podcast, which is a UBC podcast. This is not a knowledge podcast. It's not a solo podcast.
Correct.
This is a UBC podcast. So all this material, anything that we advertise here is available through the UBC. You can contact Slick, who just left, who's the chair.
Steve.
Chico, you have a variety of different people that you can contact from all different clubs.
Okay. Well, like I say, I didn't want to waste too much of your time, but I thought, and I know for a fact, and I feel that this Black Book, which is a plethora of colors, is a very important thing when it comes down to the biker community, and I just wanted to get in depth of what this was about. And like I said, I appreciate you for your time, for sitting down with me and telling me about this book right here. So thank you, Mr. Knowledge, man. You the man.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir.